Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to talk about something that many of us, especially women, in a relationship, sometimes feel puzzled by and wish to understand more deeply, and that is how to understand what the man in your life needs from you. Have you ever tried to show your love, care, and support, but felt like you weren't quite reaching him, or that what you were doing wasn't what he truly needed at that moment? Perhaps, sometimes the way he expresses, or doesn't express, his needs leaves you feeling confused. As if there's a code you haven't cracked? The truth is, men and women sometimes have different ways of processing emotions, communicating, and expressing needs, and this is completely normal. Today, we will together explore how to understand what the man in your life needs from you. Delving into not rigid stereotypes, but insightful perspectives on common needs men often have in relationships. Ways to listen and observe to understand the specific man by your side. And how to build a relationship based on mutual understanding and support. Specifically for young and middle-aged people in the US. In a relatable, authentic, and empathetic way, so you know that understanding him is not as complicated as you might think. And that understanding is a strong foundation for a happy and lasting relationship. Dear friends, for young and middle-aged people in the US, building a deep and meaningful romantic relationship is a common desire. However, gender differences in communication and expressing needs can create invisible barriers, leaving both feeling not truly understood. In the US cultural context, there are sometimes societal expectations about the roles of men and women in relationships, which also influence how they express and perceive their needs. Studies in relationship psychology and gender have shown that while each individual is unique, there are general tendencies in how men and women often approach relationships and express needs. Equipping yourself with this knowledge is not about imposing anything, but about having more tools to observe, listen, and communicate more effectively with the man in your life, thereby reducing misunderstandings, strengthening the bond, and building a relationship where both feel loved, appreciated, and supported. So, how can we begin the journey of understanding what the man by our side needs from us? We will delve into these important aspects, remembering that understanding is a continuous process, not a destination. First, recognition and trust, which is the need for respect and trust. For many men, feeling respected for their judgment, abilities, and contributions, both inside and outside the home, is very important. Your trust in his intentions and capabilities is often deeply valued by him. Why is the need for respect and trust important for men? Because it relates to their sense of self-worth and competence. When you show respect and trust, you are validating his role and position in the relationship and in your life. Example, showing confidence in his decisions, expressing belief in his ability to handle challenges, not micromanaging his tasks, whether fixing something at home or handling a work issue. Trusting his judgment in areas where he has expertise. Work, family. Showing respect for male colleagues' professional skills. Trusting a male family member's ability to handle their family issues. Mechanism. Respect and trust activate reward centers in the brain, strengthening confidence and promoting positive behavior. How to do it? Pay attention to how you react when he makes a decision or faces a challenge. Instead of criticizing or worrying, express confidence in his abilities. Focus on recognizing his efforts and achievements, big or small. Next, the necessary space, which is the need for personal space or recharge time. Men sometimes process stress or difficult emotions by withdrawing into their man cave, spending time on hobbies, playing games, watching sports, or simply being quiet to think, instead of talking about them immediately. This doesn't mean he's pulling away from you, but it's a different coping mechanism. Why is this need important? Because it allows him time and space to process thoughts and emotions in his own way, preventing feelings of being overwhelmed and helping him recharge. Example, after a stressful day at work, instead of immediately starting a conversation about everything, give him some quiet time to decompress. Don't complain when he spends time on his own hobbies, within reasonable limits and balanced with time for you, family. Understand that his quietness may not mean he's angry or upset with you. Work, family. Allow male colleagues personal space when they are concentrating. Understand that male family members might have hobbies that require personal time. Mechanism. Allows the sympathetic nervous system, fight or flight response, to calm down and the parasympathetic nervous system, rest and digest, to activate. Helping the body and mind recover. How to do it. Observe how the man in your life typically deals with stress or when he needs to recharge. And proactively create conditions for him to have that space. Ask, do you need a little quiet time? Discuss this need openly so both understand and respect each other. And also, recognition through action, which is appreciation for his contributions, often shown through actions. Although words of appreciation are also important, many men feel deeply appreciated when their efforts and contributions, fixing things, providing, protecting, are noticed and acknowledged by you. Sometimes with specific, simple words, or by showing your satisfaction. Why does appreciation for contributions have a big impact? Because it validates the value of what he does for the relationship and family, strengthening his sense of being useful and capable. Example, express specific gratitude when he fixes something broken in the house. Thank you, honey, for fixing the item. I know you put effort into it. Acknowledge his hard work at his job and how it benefits the family. Show joy and satisfaction when he does something for you. Work, family. Acknowledge the contribution of a male colleague in a project with specific praise. Express appreciation for the efforts of your father, brother in taking care of the family. Mechanism. Appreciation activates social reward systems, increasing feelings of being valued and motivated to continue contributing. How to do it. Pay attention to the things he does for you and the family, no matter how small, and express your appreciation specifically with words or actions. Don't take those things for granted. And also, connection through gestures, which is the need for physical affection and closeness, beyond sex. While sexual intimacy is important in many relationships, men also need and appreciate non-sexual physical affection, hugs, holding hands, cuddling, as a form of connection and reassurance. Why is physical affection important? Because these gestures release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, helping to strengthen emotional intimacy, reduce stress, and create a sense of security in the relationship. Example, proactively offer a hug when you feel he is stressed. Hold his hand while watching TV or going for a walk. Spend time cuddling on the sofa without necessarily leading to sex. Small touches throughout the day. Work, family. Hug your father, brother when you see them, appropriate for the level of closeness. Show affection with non-sexual physical gestures towards male family members. Mechanism. Positive physical touch activates the parasympathetic nervous system and releases oxytocin, creating feelings of calm and bonding. How to do it. Pay attention to opportunities to show closeness through physical touch, within limits comfortable for both. Proactively initiate small gestures and observe his reaction. In addition, support for his aspirations, which is support for his goals and aspirations. Feeling supported in his ambitions, whether career-related, personal, or other plans, is often very important. This shows you believe in him and are a partner in his journey. Why is support important? Because it boosts his confidence, strengthens the sense of being a team with you, and provides motivation for him to pursue what is important to him. Example, listen to him talk about his work challenges or plans. Offer sincere encouragement. Celebrate his successes, even small ones. Show interest in his hobbies and passions. Work, family. Support his career development choices. Discuss and support family financial or future goals together. Mechanism. Positive social support reduces stress, increases resilience, and strengthens goal-directed behavior systems. How to do it. Proactively ask about his goals and aspirations. Listen attentively, and express your interest and belief in his abilities. And also, understanding his way of problem solving, which is understanding his approach to problems. Men sometimes tend to focus on finding solutions when facing problems, rather than needing to talk extensively about the emotional aspects, though this varies greatly from person to person. Understanding when he just needs you to listen versus when he needs your input on a solution is very important. Why does understanding his way of problem solving help? Because it allows you to respond appropriately to his needs in that moment. avoiding interrupting or causing frustration when he is trying to process information in his own way. Example, when he shares a work problem. Instead of immediately offering advice, ask, "Are you just looking for me to listen? Or would you like some ideas?" Or respect when he wants to spend some time alone to think about a solution. Mechanism. Showing understanding of his information processing style reduces tension and increases communication effectiveness. How to do it. Observe how the man in your life typically reacts when facing problems. And directly ask about how he wants to be supported, listening or advice, when the opportunity arises. In addition, acceptance of his true self, which is the need for acceptance, including imperfections. Feeling accepted and loved for who he is, including his flaws, habits, or imperfections, helps him feel secure and be himself in the relationship. Why is acceptance important? Because it builds psychological safety, allowing both partners to be free to be themselves without fear of judgment or rejection. Example, avoid constant criticism of his small habits. Focus on his positive qualities. Let go of minor annoyances. Show patience and understanding towards his imperfections, within healthy boundaries. Mechanism. Unconditional acceptance, within the boundaries of a healthy relationship, reduces activity in brain regions related to social threat, increasing feelings of safety and bonding. How to do it. Focus on the things you love and appreciate about him. Learn to accept minor imperfections, things that don't affect the core values of the relationship, and express your acceptance sincerely. And also, clarity in communication, which is appreciation for clarity and directness in communication, often the case. While women sometimes use indirect or hinting communication, many men value clarity and directness. Saying what you mean clearly and kindly can prevent many misunderstandings. Why is clarity helpful? Because it reduces confusion and guesswork, allowing both partners to better understand each other's needs, desires, and feelings. Example, instead of hoping he will read your mind or understand hints, state your needs clearly and calmly. "I need your help with this, please." Express your feelings directly and calmly. "I feel a little sad when." Discuss issues directly instead of avoiding them. Mechanism. Clear communication helps ensure messages are conveyed and received accurately, reducing the likelihood of misunderstandings due to misinterpretation. How to do it. When there is something important to say, take time to organize your thoughts and try to express them clearly, directly, and politely. Ask him if he understands what you are saying. The ninth principle, the strong team, is the feeling of being a team together. For many men, feeling like you are partners working together towards shared goals, family, financial, future, is often very important for their sense of security and purpose in a relationship. Why is the feeling of being a team important? Because it creates a strong bond, a sense that you are both working together to build a better future. Example, discuss and make decisions about family goals together, buying a house, saving, raising children, manage finances together, support each other's roles and responsibilities in the family, celebrate joint successes, work, family, work effectively on team projects at work, solve family problems together as a team. Mechanism. The feeling of teamwork activates brain regions related to cooperation and reward, strengthening bonding and trust. How to do it. Regularly discuss your shared goals and plans with him. Clarify each other's roles in achieving those goals. Celebrate joint successes. The 10th principle, connection through fun, is appreciation for playfulness and shared fun. Amidst the responsibilities of adult life, maintaining a sense of humor, playfulness, and having moments of relaxation and fun together helps keep the relationship fresh and full of positive energy. Why is playfulness important? Because it reduces stress, strengthens bonds through positive shared experiences, and reminds both of the joy of being together. Example, watch a comedy together, share funny stories about your day, participate in fun activities you both enjoy, playing games, hiking, playing sports. Maintain a positive and humorous attitude even when facing imperfect situations. Mechanism. Shared positive experiences release endorphins and oxytocin, increasing bonding and feelings of happiness. How to do it. Proactively create moments of fun and entertainment together. Don't be afraid to share funny or silly things. Find activities you both enjoy and plan to do them, fueling your ability to understand. Nutrition for presence, empathy, and connection. Truly understanding and connecting with the man in your life requires you to be fully present. Have the mental energy to listen and process, the emotional resilience to navigate different communication styles or potential disagreements, and the cognitive ability to remember what he shares and how he expresses himself. A healthy diet supports these capabilities. Eating for connection and understanding. Nourishing your brain and heart for deeper relationships. Integrating food section. Focus on cognitive function. Energy, mood, stress management. Focusing on nutrient-dense foods can support the brain function needed for active listening and memory. Provide the energy for engaging in meaningful conversations and shared activities, and help regulate emotions and stress, making you a more patient, empathetic, and understanding partner. Omega-3 fatty acids support brain health, improving memory, concentration, and emotional regulation, very necessary for being present in conversations, remembering details he shares, focusing on understanding him, and managing your own emotions during potential discussions. Sources: fatty fish, salmon, sardines, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. Mechanism: build brain cell membranes, influence neurotransmitters related to mood and focus, reduce inflammation in the brain. B vitamins, essential for energy metabolism and nervous system function, helping to combat fatigue that can make you impatient or distracted, and supporting the nervous system health needed for emotional regulation and thoughtful responses. Sources: whole grains, lean protein, eggs, leafy greens. Mechanism: support energy production and nerve function. Protein provides amino acids for neurotransmitter synthesis, affecting mood, focus, and alertness, and supports sustained energy. A steady supply of protein helps maintain mental clarity and energy for engaging in meaningful conversations and being fully present. Sources: chicken, fish, beans, lentils, eggs, tofu. Mechanism: building blocks for brain chemicals and sustained energy. Complex carbohydrates provide stable energy for sustained mental engagement in conversations and the physical energy needed to participate in shared activities or simply be present. Sources: whole grains, sweet potatoes, beans. Mechanism: steady glucose supply for the brain and body. Antioxidant-rich foods protect brain cells from stress and inflammation, supporting overall cognitive health and emotional resilience. Very important for empathetic, patient, and understanding communication, especially when navigating differences. Sources: berries, colorful vegetables. Mechanism: combat oxidative stress. Hydration. Dehydration can impair cognitive function, increase irritability, and reduce energy, all of which hinder effective communication and understanding. Sources: water, herbal tea. How to incorporate simple nutrition to support understanding. Ensure you are not overly hungry or tired before important conversations or quality time together. Have a balanced meal or snack beforehand. Avoid excessive sugar or caffeine that can make you jumpy, anxious, or irritable. Focus on including a variety of nutrient-rich foods throughout the day to support consistent energy and mental function. Mechanism summary: these nutrients support the brain and body, providing the energy, focus, emotional stability, and mental clarity needed to be a more present, empathetic, and effective communicator and listener, strengthening your ability to understand the man in your life and deepen your connection by yourself being in a better state. Simple recipe ideas focus on supporting understanding, sharing a meal together rich in omega-3s like baked salmon with vegetables, having a snack of mixed nuts and a piece of fruit before an important relationship conversation, preparing a simple, balanced meal with lean protein and colorful vegetables for dinner, enjoying a smoothie with spinach, berries, and chia seeds to boost mental clarity and energy for quality time. Focus on nourishing and potentially shareable options. Nutritional advice. Warnings. Nutrition is a supportive tool. It is not a cure for relationship problems or a substitute for practicing communication skills. Consult a doctor or registered dietitian for personalized advice, especially if you have health conditions affecting energy, mood, or cognition, or dietary restrictions. Avoid relying on alcohol or unhealthy food as a coping mechanism for relationship stress or communication challenges. Before starting the journey of understanding these needs, perhaps you often felt frustrated, confused by his reactions, felt a certain distance in the relationship, had unresolved conflicts due to misunderstanding, felt you were trying but ineffective in meeting his needs, worried about the future of the relationship. But as you begin to apply these principles of understanding, actively listen, observe, and communicate openly, you will feel a deeper connection, increased intimacy, reduced conflict. Both of you feel understood and appreciated, feel more effective in building the relationship, find joy in growing together, and have stronger faith in the sustainability of the relationship. An older generation says, listening is gold, speaking is silver, meaning the importance of listening in any relationship. Our grandparents often taught, understanding each other leads to a long life. Mutual understanding is the key to a lasting and happy relationship. There is a proverb that says, a man builds the house, a woman builds the home. Both roles are important and require mutual understanding and respect to build a complete family and relationship. Bringing it all together. Understanding the needs of the man in your life. Building a relationship based on understanding. Understanding what the man in your life needs from you is an ongoing journey of observation, listening, and open communication, especially important for young and middle-aged couples in the U.S. as they navigate differences in expressing needs and emotions. By paying attention to the need for respect and trust, the need for personal space, appreciation for contributions, the need for physical affection, support for goals, the approach to problem solving, the need for acceptance, appreciation for clarity in communication, the feeling of being a team, and appreciating shared fun, you are building a strong foundation for understanding and mutual support. Remember that every man is a unique individual, and the things shared here are general insights. Focus on understanding your specific man. Open communication about the needs of both sides is extremely important. Don't hesitate to ask him about what he needs. Be patient. Deep understanding takes time and continuous effort. If you are experiencing difficulties in communication or feel unable to understand your partner's needs, do not hesitate to seek help from a relationship counselor or therapist. They can provide effective tools and a safe space for both of you to learn and grow. Remember, an older generation says, if you love each other, you'll climb 3 or 4 mountains, wade through 5 or 6 rivers, cross 7 or 8 passes. Love and understanding are the strength that helps you overcome all difficulties. Dear friends, the journey of understanding what the man in your life needs from you is a worthwhile adventure, bringing closer intimacy and deeper connection. By applying these principles of understanding, you are investing in a relationship based on respect, love, and mutual support, a relationship that will become stronger and more meaningful over time. Don't hesitate to share an aha moment when you realized something about the man in your life, or an effective communication tip you have applied, or any questions you have in the comments section below. Our community is here to learn and share experiences together. And if you found this video helpful and want to explore more tips on building healthy relationships, improving communication, and nurturing lasting love, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next videos.